Greetings, I'm Mad Hat AK, your host, and today I'll be going over the new content that Flashing Lights has come out with for single player mode, the AI Backup Part 2. I'm going to be playing the role of the fire department, and we'll go over the AI backup that you may use as a firefighter rescue. So without further ado, let's do this. I'm going to tone it down just because I messed around with this earlier and that was a lot of vehicle traffic. So once again, this AI backup update's only available in single player, not multiplayer, because you're going to have people fulfilling these roles in multiplayer. For the purposes of this video, I'll be using a ladder truck because the AI backup that you can call as a fire department would be a fire engine, and they will have 4 personnel assigned to that truck. Um, the AI is a little janky, especially if you've got a lot of traffic, because when you request the engine, they'll show up, and if there's vehicles in the way, they're never going to get out of their truck. So I would recommend as fast as you can get the like traffic cones or pucks up or something, so it gives the AI engine the ability to get to the scene. So, um, when it comes to actual fire, they will only be able to use fire extinguishers. So think about that when you have multiple story structure fires going on. And I'm just a yellow hat, man. Just an engineer. So as you can see, if you by default, I believe this um, help menu comes up, stays up. But if you look about right where the mini map is, um, on the top right corner, you'll see that tab will be your radio backup. So I like to hide this because it gets in the way of mainly multiplayer chat window. But so if we open it up, that's the tab button. If I had an AI partner, I could control him. And then you can call back up. By default, it's using the arrow keys on your keyboard. I am not on Xbox and I am not on PS. So you can call back up, left clicking, and then you have the option to call a police car. And again, I'm using the arrow key to switch through these, or a sheriff's SUV, right? A SWAT van. Okay, back to police car. Here you can call a fire department SUV, more than likely like a chief or somebody, and then an engine. So for the purposes of this video, I'm using a ladder truck so we can utilize that engine. And then for EMS, you can call the first responder SUV, like a paramedic, lead medic, or team medic or something. And then obviously an ambulance for transport and assisting with medical calls or fire rescue EMS calls. Okay. And then tab again closes that radio. So we'll take the first available call and we'll try out this new AI backup system. See what happens. See how it goes. I have done a little testing just because I don't want to look like a fool when I'm uh, showing you guys this stuff. Here we go. Structure fire with possible entrapment. This may get us a help with EMS. We could call EMS AI Backup. So we'll answer that call. Okay, once it's accepted, what I like to do is find out where it is. And it looks like it's just right here in City West to the south. And I do have my game volume muted because the wife is laying down. She has a headache. So I apologize for no sirens. Even though they are on. And I to get rid of that window. Just so you, for those that are not aware and are new to this game here. It's a diner fire. Perfect. So here we won't have too much problems with the AI if we decide to call them for help, which we probably will, at least for the patients here. And I've got a hydrant right there, so that's going to work out great. What I like to do is set up my water supply right away. And then for purposes of this video, we're going to go ahead and call the AI and see if they'll just extinguish this for us. So tab to open up your backup, right? And we're going to call with the arrow keys on your keypad, we're going to call a engine. Get them coming. I am going to pack up. Oop, wrong one. Slow down, turbo. And then, so check this out. I will grab a water hose and I'll set it up. And then I will deploy it over here at the door and drop it. Okay. Now, if you hit tab again to open up your backup radio, escape to go back one, see how they kind of automatically just grab fire extinguishers? But like if I go to control partners backup and say just one of these guys, right? Attack fire will be highlighted. You change it over, you can have them ignore it. But like you can't, they won't use that handline that I've laid out there for them. So there's that. I'm going to go ahead and then tab to close that window. I'm going to go in and see if I can't find a patient to extract. Here's one. Pick him up. Drop him right here. Now, I'm not sure if we can attend to this patient. No, so all we can do is request transport. We may do that with on a motor vehicle collision call. I like to get these patients out of the way of us, right? That way the ambulance doesn't have to um, deal with our equipment being in the way, you know? So they're working on the fires. I'm going to go to the back door, pop it open. Uh, and we'll do fire attack from the rear here. Didn't need that, which is alright. So I will grab my attack line and approach from the rear. There we go. That call should be complete. As you can see, my... Oh man, game's bugged already. I can't drop my hose. I hope that's not the case. So I was able to pick that up. We'll drop our SCBA. Now, to dismiss these guys, right? Same thing. You just open up your radio, right? Left click control partners, dismiss backup, and you go up here and hit the X, and they should return to quarters. And then tab to close that window. So that's the firefighter aspect on a structure fire. So that'll be structure fire with possible entrapment, right? They're pretty much only thing they'll be able to do is use those fire extinguishers. For those of you with OCD, yes, I will clear the smoke. And go to the smaller door. Those that may want to know, bring up your chat window with T as in Tango, right? And then if you do a /me, you can do a fills out ANPERS report, right? And that's like an emote, you know? There we go. Another motor vehicle collision. Let's see if we can't set ourselves up for treating that patient. Looks like kind of generally the same area where it was last time. Yeah, AI doesn't care if you're coming or not. The sirens, horn going, everything, you know? So we'll take a right down here and around the corner. we have an ejected patient? Looks like we might. I'm running blocker there, so we should be good. But what I am going to do is block this. And then block these guys in. And we do have an ejected patient. So what I will do first, like normally they'd be the priority. But what I want to do is get that other guy gone. And actually, we can call for our EMS backup right now. So that's with the arrow keys. We'll call a first responder. Actually, let's do a different one because we did a first responder last time. So we'll do an ambulance. And I will get rid of this guy. Typically on these calls, the entrap patients, all you have to do is inspect him and then neck collar, right? C-collar, stabilize C-spine. Wow. And then transport, and then usually the ejected patient will require more treatment, more advanced treatment than we can provide. Oh no, I cannot interact. Okay. That's because he's on it. Okay. Is he on the other one? He's coming to the other one. Perfect. So this is an example of what we can do here. Hopefully we'll be able to call transport, or they will. Perfect. So is he done with that patient? Can I call transport now? That one's done. Perfect, right? So he inspected the patient and did a C-collar. Now we can request transport. Pick up our bag again. And it looks like this one might be done as well. Yes. So it's looking like those location markers are saying. So yeah, so see how they performed CPR. They got the defib out, hooked up the ECG leads, re-inspected the patient. Perfect. And then we can call transport. Right, so now what we can do is open up tab, escape once, left click control partners, dismiss backup, and we will wait in vehicle. Once they're in their driver's seat, okay, we can just dismiss. And then tab to close the AI backup radio. So there you go. Successful AI backup use on a fire rescue motor vehicle collision. We'll go pick up our cones and close the call. Mission complete. So that's going to do it for this tutorial video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it informed you and helps you out on your single player playthrough of Flashing Lights. This is Mad Hat, aka your host. Thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll catch you on the next one.